Oh, I need to learn to work with my board better and remember what the order of things are.
It's
Um,
tricky.
yeah, yeah. Uh, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Good. Have you
Um,
opened your box yet? The- Have you opened? Do you know what this is? Do you remember what this is from?
oh, yes.
Have you ripped yours yet?
There we go. I did rip mine. I ripped mine the second
Okay.
I got home.
All right. Well, we're going to cover that in just a minute.
Okay.
Um, I don't have anything funny or witty to say. Oh, you know what? I'm staring at your Christmas gift right here.
Oh.
Right here.
Oh my God. Turn your camera.
Hey, hold on.
Show it to me. Show it to me.
Listen, Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Pack-O-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I am good, brother. I'm on vacation for the next 10 days. Can you believe that? I'm in a great mood.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to join you soon, but not soon enough.
Oh, you'll get there, man. You'll get there.
Yep. Well, on tonight's episode, we're going to be covering, you and I went to the classic card show. I'm sorry. I'm just realizing, and we have a Secret Santa packaging day recap. I also need an update on, we can't even name the listener because it'll spoil it for other people. Have we received their cards yet?
Yes,
Everyone's?
we have received everything. And everything
right,
has been
good.
shipped out, but we'll talk about that.
Then this is going to be an overwhelmingly positive segment. We're also going to be
Which
covering
I think
some...
you need that. I think
I
you need
do.
some love this segment. Okay, I'm going to shower you with love this episode.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I got, destroyed at work. So we're going to turn to our happy space, this podcast.
Ricky, I got you for this intro. We have the top 5 cards in our collection that we are going to unveil. It is a massive undertaking. Last year we did it with 25 cards, and we said, hey, this is kind of overwhelming.
Yes.
So I thought, let's narrow it down, but there's a little twist that people are going to want to stick around for because we're going to select these cards live on the show and figure out what our top 5 is. So that's going to be a good time.
It's going to be painful, as we talked about off air.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
It's
great.
going to be amazing. But before we jump into all of the craziness, what show announcements do you have, Chad?
Well, let's do some reminders this week. I think is the best thing that we can do for ourselves. And I want to remind people over of our website at pttfpodcast.com. From there, you can be involved with all things Pack to the Future. Whether you are watching our recent YouTube episodes, if you are listening to our podcast, you can get each and every one of those episodes at pttfpodcast.com. A couple weeks ago, we had Keegan Hall on our show, and we talked about his art cards that were featured in Topps 2025 update series. I put a link right there on the front page, so if people want to go buy prints of any of the artwork he has done, enter the giveaway that he has, or go buy any of his hand-signed one-of-one cards, they can do that right through our website as well. However, the main point to show this is to remind people of our sponsor and affiliate links. Most importantly for us, eBay, which is the single biggest way that you, the listener, and the viewer can help support the show. You simply think to yourself, is today a day that I could potentially buy a card? And when that answer is yes, you go log into eBay. You go to our website, Ricky. You click on the eBay link, and everything that you purchase in the next 24 hours, the show gets a small commission, and it is free for you.
Yep.
Now, Ricky, there's an important clarification. I had a show listener this week reach out to me and say, hey, I kind of feel embarrassed to ask this, but does it have to be a card that I buy for the show to get a little kickback? And the answer is no. I want to remind people, We've had people buy fish,
Yeah.
buy
Live
fish
animals.
food. Well, they started live, and then what happens after that is up to the owner.
Yep.
Anything you buy, you need a car part, bam. I want you to think Back to the Future. You need to buy
a brand
something.
new car. Boom. We're
Yes.
your guys.
If you buy a new car, I will buy, and you use our affiliate link, I will buy you a hobby box of cards.
If you buy a small house, we will buy you a case.
It's true. It's true. Of our discretion, but we will.
Yeah.
Using that eBay affiliate link brings joy to our souls. And Ricky, we talked about Secret Santa, which we'll get to later in the show. One of the things that I'm not most excited about, but an excited moment for me of Secret Santa is that after it's over, we can go back and start showing all of the purchases that the listeners have made.
Yes.
Because remember, there's a monthly contest that is going on.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to wreck you and I financially. Like, we talked to our accountant over the past week and told him about what we're doing, and it wasn't good. Like, we didn't get good looks.
It was a lot of screaming on their end.
Uh-huh. If you're new to this, you will learn that we started out with a $25 eBay gift card to one lucky person who purchased anything through our website on the month. And that person decided, hey, you know what? $25 isn't good enough for me. I will forego the $25 that these two hosts are graciously offering and decline. And we said, okay, that's never happening again. So not only are we doubling that for the month of November, which is $50, but we're also adding the $25 that would have been for December for a total of $75 to the winner at the end of this month.
Dude, this is just between you and me.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper. I think Mr. Carter is checking out. I think he's on his way out of the show.
What,
I think he wants nothing to do with us.
I mean, he is the one, like, he made
He's
a video just to tell us.
He's one of like three. Dude, this might be the end of the relationship.
Do you think it's because you're like, there's been too many shirts on the show? Like, he's kind of a shirts off guy. Like, he's kind
clearly
of a shirts
that's
off
a problem. Clearly that's a serious problem. I think it's a number of things, but clearly that's one of the top ones.
And, you know, I think one of the great things about our show is we're willing to receive feedback and criticism and always reevaluate what we do. And one of the things that we actually talked about during our get together this weekend is whether or not 2026 is in fact a topless year for the Back to the Future podcast. You know, we're not shutting down any idea at this point.
No, all cards are on the table.
They really are. And shirts.
No idea is too small or too large.
But in addition to the eBay, one other thing that I do want to highlight that I've not done a good job highlighting, and we'll keep this brief and we'll move on. We also have a Fanatics affiliate link. So for anyone who is purchasing, you know, whether it's holiday gifts, whether it's cards through Fanatics, please utilize that as well. The same rules apply. You just go to our website, you click on the affiliate link, shop as planned, and then the show gets a small kickback there. And we appreciate you guys very much.
Yep. Cost you nothing. Little way to help support us.
And
man, those links, it's been one of the biggest years we've had revenue wise. And that's not to say we're rolling in it, but our Secret Santa will reflect that.
Oh my God. We'll get to this when we do the segment. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I just got so excited for it. I'm really excited for Secret Santa this year. I don't think anyone has any idea what we're going to do. Yeah.
What's coming. And we'll need to talk offline. Do I go forward with buying Tim the costume and rushing it here? Because I can still get it here.
You didn't buy it? Wait, dude, no, okay, hold on. No, you've already said too much. You've already told people more than what they needed to hear.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have said a name.
I have more announcements. Let me change the subject.
Okay, thank you. Save us.
But the answer is yes, you should.
Okay, done. I'm going to do it during the show.
We have a new YouTube subscriber who I'm able to see the name of. We have more each and every week, but not all of them are made public. But Brian Cornea, we appreciate you subscribing to the YouTube. And we encourage everyone to watch the show during YouTube, but you get a different experience, and we really try and tee this up for your viewing pleasure. Definitely. And if you are watching on YouTube, please take a second right now. Just give us a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. It's free for you. And we give you 2 episodes at least per week, which brings me to my next topic. I want to remind people of Card Talk with Mrs. Doc every Wednesday that comes out. The 3 of us talking about new products. And I think, Ricky, Football Friday is going to come back because your guy here, not only am I moving to Old Washington come March, I'm dropping a day of work. I've said enough's enough. I need some better balance and mental sanity. And so I'm going to have an extra day off to not only better prepare for this show, maybe to pack my house. That might have been the primary reason. But that's not what I'm going to tell these listeners right now. But I think that we may get Football Fridays back with football Fanatics auctions where you learn about football cards with me. So football cards are your jam. I think that should be coming your way over on the YouTube as well.
Yes.
All right. I think that's auction. I think that's updates for the week. Ricky, did I forget anything?
No, I think you covered it all. All right. Okay, I'm trying to order a costume. I'm gonna do it while we cover these topics. So
yes,
bear with
I love it. Oh, this is gonna end just so poorly. I often try to multitask during these like live streams in particular. Yeah. It never goes well. Like, remember 2 weeks ago when we tried to live stream again? And I just completely stopped the show. I like ended the show mid-show, and I had to I didn't even make them public. It was a whole hot mess. So Ricky, I think this could only end well. I'm very excited.
It's a disaster. I totally own it. But it's the nice thing is it's easy to talk about these subjects. We had so much fun this past week. We recently went to the Classic Card Show and had a great time. Had a fantastic time. What time did we get there? 2:30?
Yeah, I want to say it was around 2. You had something going on a little bit earlier, and then God, I actually had a viewing for a patient of mine that I went to. We don't have to talk much about that. I always get anxious in those situations. I'm sure people can relate to this, so I'll bring it up. But ended up going. Yeah. I always regret not going to those things. I always get anxious going to them, especially when I don't know the family at all. But went to it and was very pleased with that. So I appreciate you accommodating my time frame on that.
Oh, no, for sure. And if I recall, I was taking my snot-nosed kid to purchase a Christmas gift for his mother.
You were less than pleased at the end of that.
I was pissed. Because, and listen, I realize some of this is my own doing. My son has recently turned 16. He has a car. He has a license. He has a job. And so I said to him, hey, this year, why don't you buy mom's gift? You take care of it. You're a young man. It's time to fly the nest. I think that, hey, the last couple of years, you've been giving mom these lavish several $100 gifts that I buy while your sisters give her like homemade bookmarks, like, 'cause they have no money. So maybe you'll feel a little more even, and so we agreed that would be the plan. And then it just hit me, he's our youngest. I just can't, I'm not ready to stop taking him shopping for Christmas. I needed that moment. So I said, hey, I got to take him. And as we go shopping, the little turd says, oh yeah, I think I need to get more for mom. After I'd already started buying him a little something. Oh my God. But we did get it fixed. We figured it out. So all's clear there. However, after you and I had our events earlier in the day, we hit up the Classic Card Show. I thought it was a fantastic time. It was still like super lively, even at 2:30, 3 o'clock. A lot of people there, but not crowded enough that you could get table to table, see any card you wanted. At worst, maybe you had to wait 30 seconds for one person in front of you.
No,
it didn't seem. There were one or two maybe people that kind of like put their briefcases down or on the table. I hate when they do that because it just blocks viewing for others. But only one or two. By and large, I thought it was really accessible. What was your initial thought?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And that's been the last two times, Ricky. So I really think he's found a smooth spot and a larger size card show for anyone here in Utah. And even if you're outside of the Salt Lake area and say you're thinking about making a drive for an hour or two in, it's worth it. It is the best card show that we have that you and I have seen. And he seems to have really found that smooth spot with it.
And man, he was so big, like still running all around. Giving out prizes. He was running raffles, and found us out of nowhere, and like was very very kind in giving us some prizes. Totally unnecessary, but totally appreciated. Oh, here's some video you're posting. This is a great visual for those watching us on YouTube. To see just how it's not overbearingly crowded, and you can see it clearly from this video, but it's still busy enough that late in the day as to be feel like you're part of the vibe, part of the event, you're part of something.
Right. And the layout is still pretty good. He had it laid out in a similar fashion. The first half of the expo hall is Pokemon for the most part, which, for you and I would just kind of bypass, but that was a very popular area for the show. In the back, we had sports cards again. And one thing I like, there seems to be a pattern with a Dodgers fan table that's there. And then you've got some higher end stuff from Overtime Cards. And then you have some 90s stuff and some of the same vendors that we've seen before. So it's kind of been fun to say hi to them and get to know them a little bit too.
Yeah. No, I was able to pick up a stocking stuffer, and you are welcome to make fun of me for what you saw me purchase. We can't say it on the air, but he said, "Who would buy that? Hey, like you should buy that." And I said, "Actually, I'm going to."
And you said, "Thank you, I will." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right."
But you did not destroy me, which you totally could have, and I appreciate it. But yeah, it was a great time. We had a fantastic time. Again, same location. It's super easy to find off the freeway, especially once you've been there once or twice, or if you have a good GPS system or you're using even your phone. Super easy to get to. The parking garage is super easy to find accessible parking. Everyone there that works up front are super friendly. Yeah, I just can't say enough great things about that event. Any additional thoughts from you, Chad?
The only thing I'll add, and this is probably more on the serious side, and I can share this from personal experience, is I can say, Ricky, that this show is much better viewed and the experience is much better with single vision as opposed to double vision. You just get so much more of a crisp, solid like idea of what his vision is. So I really appreciated that this time around.
Yeah. Do you think I'm going to jump around for a sec? Do you think those are Alex's parents that work up front?
Yeah.
Okay. They are just the kindest people and so cool to us every time. And
great people.
to us. Yeah, they really are. You just can't say enough good things about the family. But do we want to talk about your experience when you were trying to look at triumvirate cards?
Yeah.
Here,
I don't know. I don't know how to twist it. I don't know how to put that nice layer on
how.
there. Okay.
I think I know
if you want to
how.
go for it, go for it.
Chad asked one person, "Hey, is that card from the triumvirate set?" And this is the response.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I can hear it, and let me just give like an honest take on this, and I will be serious with this. I think everyone can probably relate to it.
Oh,
and it's a relatable thing. So this is why, right?
For sure.
There was a there was a trio of Dodger players. I think it was Betts, Freeman. I forget who the third one was, Ricky, but they were die cut cards and they seemed to fit inside of each other from Stadium Club. And I was curious, as I had not seen this set in baseball, despite being the baseball aficionado that I am, I had not seen
Baseball
this
chef.
before. I assumed it was triumvirate. And so as I asked the person who was selling them, it was pretty clear that I had asked a question he did not know. And instead of saying I didn't know, it just kind of got worse. And he said, "Oh no, it's Dodgers." And then like things, at that point, not to make fun of the guy, like I don't know
No.
about some of the cards that I have, and that's perfectly fine, but it just made for a very awkward interaction. And then I tried, like there was one other question that I asked about a photo of one of the cards, and clearly he didn't know either. And it took away from my experience a little bit. Honest, you still got those crazies going. So it just made it, the interaction can mean a lot. And I think that sometimes that can either trigger someone to buy something, like if you have a better interaction, or if the person has a story or shares the same passion that you may have for the card. But when it's not there, I think the opposite is true too. And so it did kind of turn me off a little bit, and I ended up not buying the cards, not necessarily because the person didn't know about them. But it was just awkward. And that's why I said, like in the beginning, like I don't really know how to spin this to talk about it. I don't know what the takeaway for people
totally
is.
relatable experience. And honestly, I think I can relate. I don't know about you, from even the seller's perspective. I mean, I guess, we had the podcast, so we got hyper focused on our cards and really into them, and we sell our own cards, and we don't, do it for profit, I guess, a whole lot. But like when we sold our cards, it was hard. It was like way harder than I thought. And like, I have a lot of respect for the sellers, and it's by no means trying to like just destroy the sellers at all. It was just funny, and
You got
a
a
funny
kick out of it for
experience.
sure.
I got a huge kick. I ran away and
That's
watched
right
from
up your
500
alley.
yards.
Yeah.
And just slapped my ass off. But no, they were good kids. They were good people selling cards. Like they just didn't understand necessarily what they had. And everyone's been to a booth like that. Everyone's sold stuff that they don't really know what it is exactly. We've watched Tim sell all sorts of stuff. So of random stuff. So no, it just was a funny experience along the way. But overall, I thought it was just a fantastic time. It's just a lot of like really friendly people, friendly faces, everyone was engaging you at the table, but I never felt, I guess that's kind of the point. Like it's just other, like, I guess, smaller collectors that felt like selling a lot of them. And you didn't just feel like the pressure that you may feel at like a more professional show or a bigger show where they're like, "Hey, can I help you? What do you want to see? What can I pull out for you?" And they're kind of nagging you. Like no one bugged you, but they were there in case you wanted to ask any questions. So it was great.
Yeah, and I think just to tie in and foreshadow a little bit, we're going to be talking here in the next segment. We won't jump to that just yet, but we're going to be talking about some of those bigger shows coming up and kind of finding that balance and what we look for. So stay tuned ahead for that. But
yeah, Chicago, we have a problem.
Ricky, as much as I loved the card show, I don't think that was the highlight of my card weekend. You and I did a little Sunday swizzle.
We did, and under, I'd say 2 or 3 hours, 3 hours for sure.
I think we did it under 3 hours, which was significantly better than last year. Don't say why, but we did.
But that was the best part, first of all. Well, no, I can say no puzzle. I think I can give that spoiler.
Oh no, people were looking forward to the puzzle. They don't know that there's no puzzle. Now you told them that there's no puzzle. You want to drop any more secrets, Ricky, that we're going to do for Secret Santa Day? That's 2 already. You want to just keep going?
Yeah, let's see what else we can come up with. I was thinking, how many of them we instruct every person in Secret Santa when we ship the packages, do not open this until the night of Secret Santa. How many do you think will abide percentage-wide?
All of them. All of them did last time. Oh, yeah. People love Secret Santa, man. Yeah, for sure.
I hope so. But no, I'm super excited about what we threw in the boxes. I'm super excited where things are going to go. I'm blown away of how quickly we got those packed.
Tell people what we're talking about. So Ricky and I got together to assemble Secret Santa and the boxes, the cards that came shipped into us, and then some other stuff.
A little something extra.
A little something else. And I will say this, almost everybody, Ricky, in our card community of 20 people that joined Secret Santa, um, all of which at some point started as complete strangers to us,
Yeah.
almost everyone got their cards to us on time.
It was like
Except for,
seriously a record.
and I'll call him out because he's called me out on my own show before.
Well, hold on. Here's the only reason you may want to be careful. Will it ruin it for the recipient? Will they know if you call out who was late with the cards?
If I say their name, will they know? Yeah, they'll probably know.
Okay.
Like, that's kind of how that works. But no, I don't necessarily have to call them out. But almost everyone did a great job getting us the cards. So I was pretty impressed from that standpoint.
Agreed. No, I was blown away at how quickly we got the packages put together. Ran extremely smoothly. I'm impressed at how many of the cards had arrived by the time we sent out the packages. I'm blown away at how quickly the packages have arrived. I haven't been tracking every single one, but one that I sent a day later is there. I know for a fact. So
Nice.
So like things, I think they're arriving. I think that this is like the smoothest transition we've had with this event, where I feel like every year we're like panicking at the last minute. Gotta get these out.
Yeah. And instead, this time I was just panicking the entire way through making that spreadsheet. But I'm glad that it worked out. And I think as a program note, I think probably Secret Santa will be next week's show, right?
Yes. Yep. Thank you for announcing that.
All right. Well, Ricky, let's go ahead. You got any transition music? I think we should hand it to some hobby news because we got some bangers this week in segment number 2.
All right.
That was lovely.
Well.
That's just, that always says to me like, God, this is a fresh new segment. Don't screw it up, Chad. And that's what I think every time when I hear that.
Oh, man. All right. So overtime. Am I covering this? Overtime cards?
Yeah. We'll start with the news and you'll cover the overtime cards. We'll start there.
All right. Overtime Cards is expanding venues. They've acquired Venue Sports cards and collectibles out of Spanish Fork, Utah. I believe the previous owners are retiring, and Overtime is super excited to acquire this other super quality card shop with a very loyal fan base. I did talk to the Overtime owners about this. They're super excited. Evidently, this place we're gonna have to. I'm definitely making a trek out. I don't know if you're willing to go that far south, but I hear that parking may be to be desired.
Okay.
But I think they have some really exciting ideas and plans for the card store that will, I think, keep the same high quality and standard that the Spanish Fork community are accustomed to. So it's going to be a super cool move. And man, I mean, it's a great sign when, we have some frustrations of trying to get certain like products at our local card shop just because it's so popular. But what a great problem to have. It's just such a good sign that our local card shop is thriving and doing so well. They get it. They know how to treat their customers. And I'm telling you, for those in Spanish Fork and that go to Venue Sports, if you haven't been to Overtime, get ready. They bring out one hell of a show card shop experience. So.
Yeah, well covered, Ricky. I agree with everything you said, and I'm excited to see what they do with the new shop. So,
yep,
exciting news. All right, well, the next part that I want to show here, Ricky, is the national next up on our list. I don't want to show the list, and then the people will see the list. Is that what we got next?
No, next is Prism. You lost.
Oh, I have a story about Prism. Okay, hang on. Your guy here, Ricky, I've got some concerns. Now, I'm going to call this hobby news because it comes straight from my brain and my suspicions and my conspiracies, and we all know that when that is the case, it should be taken as fact. Your guy here, Ricky, yesterday, an auction ended for a 2012 Prism You know I've been trying to go after those. An Adrian Peterson silver PSA 10. He's a player of note. Might not be the best person in the world, but his cards at that time, he was kind of king as the running back.
Right.
So here's the point that I want to make. I have a question for the people. Is Prism football starting to catch on, or are people listening to the cards that I'm buying and trolling me? That's the question that I have. Let me give you my thought.
Okay.
So some data behind this. Previous comps on this card, of which there's only 10 of them or so. $230, $280, and $230 once again in the past 2 years, with the most recent sale in 2024. You want to take any guess on what the sale price was yesterday at the end of this auction?
200 and no, 300. 300.
Your guy put in a mega bid, so I thought, of $327 just to assure that I could get one of these prisms.
Yeah.
$434.
Wow.
Nearly double what the last sale was. So it makes
That's
me wonder,
unbelievable.
am I a marked man? Like, are people listening to this, and do I need to zip my mouth about my collection? Or is 2012 Prism football starting to come into the flippers market where people are seeing this, they're going to buy it, and I'm going to see this card for a buy it now on eBay next month for double the price?
I think what you just said is going to be what's happening. I've seem to see that with that the 2012 and the Deca seem to be selling for outlandish prices. One way that you might be able to stay ahead of this,
Yes.
For now until everyone else hears this, you may need to buy raw and submit it, and then sell it back to PSA.
Oh.
Got him.
You know what, Ricky? That is the perfect way to avoid being scammed. You're right, man. You totally nailed it. God, I don't think I've told you enough how much I appreciate you and your hobby advice and your hobby friendship.
I look out for
appreciate
you
that so much.
Numero uno.
Well, thank you, man. That's great advice. That makes me feel a lot better.
You got it, man. All right. Well, let's just use that transition. PSA.
Okay.
Well, no.
Do it.
Okay. PSA has been canceled. There was a PSA submission recently scheduled, and I have it right here in front of me. Thank you. Score More Sports was doing a local show in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And they were going to collect cards to submit to PSA. A lot of local card shops will do this. Ours does. In fact, I'd love to chronicle an experience of submitting cards through them for a future show. But they said, no, we're going to cancel this. And it's all due to what we talked about last week, where PSA is grading cards, high value cards, 9s, and then offering to buy them back. And when bought back, then reviewing them. Or as if you want to believe their version, they're following every card grader's Instagram that submits through PSA to ensure that they're satisfied with their card review, and reviewing those that are unhappy with their expected grades just because you bitch about it on social media. And if you believe in that, you probably believe in the Tooth Fairy and a few other things.
Yeah.
And Chad being tall.
Hey, well, at least one of them's true.
But no, this is a big deal, man. I mean, it is and it isn't. I think we could have actually a longer discussion about this, but I think you need to see a lot more of this before it really even impacts PSA. And to my knowledge, I have not heard that PSA has come out and addressed this in any way. We did post that some rival companies, what was it, TGC?
CGC.
Or CGC, posted a pretty great post saying, "Hey, you can trust us. we're fast, we're efficient, we have good looking slabs." But I'm trying to capitalize on it. I don't know how much of a market we'll make, unfortunately. Personally, I struggle with the idea of not grading through PSA. And it makes me sick. It makes things hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. And for the record, I did reach out to CGC to see if they'd come on the show to talk about that, but I did not hear back from them in my attempts. Ricky, I think you're probably spot on. Time's going to tell, but this may just be a reactionary one-off to the news. And I think in order to really get PSA to change their practices, you got to have people with a sustained blow and have them see a decrease in submissions if it's really going to do anything. So time will tell, but it's a start, perhaps, of something.
I think, and I will say the one way I'm probably going to combat this moving forward is being way more willing to probably buy even 7s, 8s, and 9s. And just if it looks good to me, saying, yeah, it's going to be on my eye appeal, not necessarily this grade. I just want it encapsulated. And if it really bugs me, I'll just crack it and resubmit and probably get a little bit of a higher grade.
Yeah, do keep in mind, I mean, people can crack, like if you have someone in your life that you're kind of frustrated with and you're like, God, you know, I need to send a message to this person, but I can't do it directly.
Yeah.
You know, keep in mind what Tim did to me is crack that slab and just impaled a piece of it right into my shin. And so it's always an option as you're thinking about how to get back at PSA and perhaps someone in your life that's done you wrong. So keep that in mind.
But you know, it is hard. You know, CGC did come out with their saying, hey, we're a great alternative, but you know, there's not a whole lot else, many other companies to go to. Collectors is owning so many brands, including PSA. I guess you have Beckett, right? Right?
Yeah, they're still doing their thing, I think, right? Well, Ricky, actually, not so much. So, Ricky, the B stands for buyout. And in this scenario, the PSA parent company Collectors acquires Beckett, which I'm sure, you know, this news has been around now for 48 hours from the time we've gone live. So everyone in the universe knows what B stands for. Collectors just acquiring them, whether it's PSA, Beckett now next up on the list, and they resume the fact that they are going to continue with their own label. Nat Turner said, I am pleased to share the iconic Beckett is joining Collectors family and will continue to operate as its own independent brand within our portfolio. He talks about how the first ever card he submitted was to Beckett, and then Dr. James Beckett, his history with the company. But I don't know, Ricky, it does make it tough. PSA has certainly had some interesting news over the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It's a bummer. We're going to give a few shout outs to the chat real quick. Deputy Doug with a check-in. We had Corey Hanlon join us and Boston Steve.
There you go.
Mommy.
Hello, everyone. Ricky, one last piece of news. I don't want to skip over this before we go to the last one.
Nope.
This one for me is a big
I'm coming
deal.
back. I'm coming back. The National in Chicago in 2026. If you go to their hotel tab and click on the search for hotels, where they do provide an initial warning, I must say, and I lost it when I clicked on my follow-up link. Let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. It basically says, hey, we've got over 30 hotels, over 30 within walking distance or nearby. If you want to book and you can get good rates, click this link to see all the different hotels we have available. It does now read, I believe, hotels within walking distance may be hard to come by.
You don't say.
It's December 2025. And you know why? Well, we'll get into it in just a second. Chad, you have up in front of you the list of the 30 plus hotels. Turns out it's 10 available hotels.
It is.
You have sorted this by distance, and the Hyatt centric Chicago O'Hare is our closest hotel at $279 a night, a 3-star hotel, which is about 1.5 miles from the convention center.
Not ideal, Bob.
No. You have the Courtyard Chicago O'Hare Marriott. There are no shuttles provided to or from the convention. So you have to walk, and they will not tell you how far away this. Oh, there it is, 1.5 miles as well.
1.5 miles. Yeah, 1.5 miles.
Next one, Marriott Chicago O'Hare, $249 a night, 3.5 star. You're looking at 2.5 miles a night. No shuttles whatsoever. Oh my God.
Ricky, this terrifies me, man.
Yeah, I think you guys get the point. This isn't looking good for the Back to the Future heading to the show. And if you click on one of these links, like for these hotels, I believe either on this site or on the Nationals initial site that leads you to these hotel list, I think it says in order to put money down through these links on these hotels, part of the reason they sold out, I think, so fast, you only had to put down $7 as a deposit.
That's how it was last year.
They were encouraging, saying, hey, if you have groups of 5 or more, call us because we'll give you better rates. And but like, were you and I hiding under a rock? Like, I know I wouldn't say that you and I mean, there's a reason that you and I do a comedy podcast, right? That we just make fun of ourselves and what's going on in the hobby, because we are not experts. Like, we try and make that as clear as we can. And I think that you and I are above average in our fanhood in the hobby, but we're also very busy, and I think that we can sometimes fall behind in what's happening in the hobby outside of our coverage through the show. How do you think we missed this? Like, where was it getting posted?
You're right in everything you said. My desire to stay in the hotel that's connected to the conference expo is through the roof. And every year, this year included, just about once every 2 weeks, if not weekly, I go and check this. I mean, hell, that's how you got your room last year. After someone canceled your room, I booked another one.
You saved me.
I never saw this go live on the national website, and I've never seen them drop hotels this early. And it's not just the national website. If you go to hotels.com, if you go to the Hyatt Regency Hotel, they have no rooms available for that weekend, which has never been the case. And Ricky, even when you and I were there at National 2025, we had such a good time. We said, hey, you and Mrs. eBay said, we're going to book again right now.
Yeah,
but they weren't even available then. So I don't know what's happened, but you could walk this. Last year, we were very lucky with very good weather, but I've been there when it's been 100 degrees and the humidity's through the roof. You're not walking that. And think about the line for Uber and Lyft. You know, when we went out to go get food and we came back, that line's 1/2 mile long. I'm just not going to go.
No, I am too old. I'm getting too old. I refuse to go if I cannot stay in a hotel adjoined to that, or unless I'm going to have a friend of the show act as my personal driver to and from. But even then, probably not. Because having to navigate even through those crowds. Remember when we went out to dinner and coming back and how hard it was getting in and out.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It's really disappointing. And I know that it's early to talk about this. Like, I even posted in our group chat a couple weeks ago. No one even responded to me. I think it's just because it's so early. There's going to come a point, though, when you start planning your trips and you realize that, hey, something is weird with these hotels. Like, something has gone down and I don't know what it is, but clearly we missed. And that's a big time
from
bummer
our
for
listeners.
me.
If they heard, I'd love to know if our listeners heard about it through the grapevine, in card communities, maybe parts of groups in Facebook or Instagram. I don't know that they're a part of their podcast. Like, where was this getting out to? Because like, we really missed the boat on this.
And it's
and
really
maybe
sad.
we're average fans.
So what are we gonna do for card show next year? Like, there's a West Coast card show in Anaheim, and that's not gonna sell out. It's not like we have to think about that now, but
That's
we're gonna
true.
need
And they're
recommendations
busy.
of other shows at least. At least I still want to go to a show somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be looking for recommendations from people out there.
Yeah, throw them out. I'd love to hear them so we can set one up because I don't want to go card showless.
No, it's not a fun place to be in life.
Nope, it is not. All right. Well,
Here we go, baby. Prepare to be underwhelmed.
all right. No, this is going to be actually a ton of fun. It's time.
Oh, that's lovely.
The subject that you always give out at the end of the year, I always say every year I'm going to keep active track of this and stay on top of it. Then I forget about it until you remind me about 3 days out. And then I panic ferociously over which cards to pick. This was a bitch, Chad. How about you? Over to you, Chad.
I really should have given you more of a heads up than like 18 months ago,
you
so I
gave me-
apologize.
You gave me tons of heads up.
Ricky,
I
here's the bit with this. I think at the end of the year, it's fun to do lists. It's fun to go back. It is very challenging. However,
But it's
I
way
also
fun,
see
to
this.
your point. Like it reminds me, oh, this is why I like cards.
Right. I see this as an opportunity for us to chronicle like what our collections look like year after year. And I also think it could be a fun way for people who are listening to join us on this. So Ricky and I are going to present to you, and especially the viewer of this, what we believe are our top 10 cards. From that, we will be selecting our top 5 cards in our collection. We want you to join us in this endeavor. Go to Instagram, post your top 5 cards in your collection. Use hashtag. It's a hashtag, not a hashtag, apparently. PTTF top 5, and show us what you got. So, Ricky, you actually sent me the photo before I even collected mine. So I'm going to have you go first.
Sure.
And we're going to show your top 10 cards. Do you want to briefly talk about the 10 and then give us your top 5?
Yeah. My first card is the 1992 Upper Deck Shaquille O'Neal trade card, rookie, autographed after the fact, auto PSA 10. This is one I bought through eBay. I've been looking up for a long time. Shaq was an idol for me as a fan growing up. A very young fan. So it meant a lot to me to own a Shaq autograph. This felt like the more secure way to. I felt a little more confident that this autograph was authentic, actually being signed after the fact like this, hoping that someone more likely watched that. Next card is the Reggie Miller Jeff Malone NBA Hoops, highlighting the free throw leaders of the Eastern and Western conferences. Dual auto B is for PSA 10. You gifted that to me. I'd been watching it for a long time for Christmas, actually, I believe, or maybe birthday, but I think Christmas. It's one of my favorite cards. It's my 2 favorite players. I remember collecting that card as a very young child, so it meant a lot to me. Next is the Ken Griffey Jr. Lone Star Signatures. This is a card I picked up at this year's National, numbered to 25. Wanted a Ken Griffey Jr. in a Seattle Mariners uni. It's PSA 9, auto 10. I bet if I sold it back to PSA, I could get it to PSA 10 both. But I just love the product. I think it's so cool. It's an on-card autograph. I've actually started looking. I've been looking at a Miguel Cabrera version of this.
Nice.
And like, maybe do I want to collect a few of these? Like, we didn't cover it in Card Talk. Have you ever thought about collecting like an autograph set? Like not a rainbow, but like if there's like 10 autographs signers for like these Lone Star Signatures, collecting all 10.
I think that would be so cool. Timeless Moments is one that's come to my mind, and I think you're really onto something smart with
I think
that.
that would be so fun. So maybe an idea for us to discuss for goals in the new year. All right. Next above that is a pickup, another pickup from the card show this year that actually my wife Kyla found for me and insisted I see. I said, hey, I don't want to see an Optic rookie ticket auto, even if it is Hutch. And thank God she convinced me to stop because I love it. It's color match blue, PSA 9. He's my boy. Lion for life. I hope that was a huge pickup and a really cool moment for us, and just a cool moment that how many people can say, and I bet a few of our listeners, but the normal man can say their wife knows enough about their hobby to be able to pick out a card, which is not easy. So that was a really cool story. To the side of the Hutch on YouTube is a Barry Sanders. This is the old HGA 9.0. The reason that this gets into the top 10 is the card itself and the story behind it. It was gifted to me by my brother for Valentine's Day when we were like 10 years old. He was like 10, I was 12. He saved up allowance for like all summer and bought it for me. It's faded as hell because I kept it out in the sun. I have a much better version of this card, but only HGA would grade it a 9.0. So it's staying in that slab. So
Nice.
There's that card. Next is the 2019 Topps Allen and Ginter Miguel Cabrera mini, stained glass. Now these stained glass cards are numbered to 25, although they are not numbered on the card itself. They're transparent and really cool looking. I particularly like them in the PSA slab. I think they do a good job of slabbing these mini cards. But what's cool about this, the more I thought about it, is that these cards only come from rip cards. So while that is numbered to 25, I guarantee there are fewer out there in population because I bet many people like me who buy rip cards and do not rip them. So, it's only so many to be discovered. So I think that they're a little more rare than people may realize, and a really fun set. Those are ones I'm trying to collect each year for Cabrera. I've got a few of them.
Very
All
nice.
right. Next to that is the 2021 Absolute Barry Sanders Kaboom. This was one of the first Kabooms I ever bought and graded myself. Was worried it's a thick card. Came back a 9. Again, if I sold it back to PSA, I'm sure I can get that to a 10. But it's just a classic card. I love Kabooms. You got to own a Kaboom. I didn't jump on the Mitchell Kabooms in time. They're way too unaffordable. And really Barry's all Kabooms are not really affordable at the moment. So I'm glad I hopped onto this Barry when it was somewhat reasonably priced. Yeah, we have Boston Steve. You posted it, was chasing the 0304 SP Authentic Basketball auto set, and he had Jordan, dude. LeBron, Melo, Ewing, Bird, Mourning, Dr. J.
Oh my God.
He had the entire set minus Jason Richardson.
Oh my God.
Oh my hell. We need to have him on in a future episode to tell us that story.
Ricky, pause for a second. I mean, look at the thoughts that are coming in about the set of autos collecting. So this is from Mark Sanchez.
How are we so late to the party? Mark Sanchez did the 96 autographic set a couple years back. Auto sets are tough, but totally worth it. Man, dude, I think we're like average fans. I think we're showing our immaturity particularly well tonight.
We're just on to something that's a very novel concept. No one knows about it. This is great. We're the leaders in the industry of collecting sets of autographs.
Yeah, we invented this idea. So
yeah, so you're welcome.
All right. Next, if you can find him, or if you want to scroll down. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, what do you got?
These are two good cards. One is oh no, all three. Those are the last three. 2009 SP Game Used. This is my
Game used
authentic. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Oscar Robertson, triple patch. Game used. The reason that this made it into the cut, you guys have heard about this card a few times throughout the years. It's not necessarily a new card, but this year I finally got it graded. because the first time I tried, they min-sized me. That damn min size. He has it out for me.
Do you often get min size like critique or feedback or?
No, not many, not
That's
much.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
All right. The next is a mosaic, and this is not necessarily a particularly new card either, but it makes me happy, so happy that I own it. I've looked for this card for so long. It's a flea flicker, light blue parallel, has Barry Sanders, Stafford, and Calvin Johnson, who up until this latest Lions team were the best at all three positions that we've ever had. That's going to start to be up for debate as these seasons continue, which is so fun. But up till now, those were the three biggest, and I've been looking for that blue parallel. I was slow on one, finally got one years later. Just loved the card. It made me so happy as I'm going through my cards. I said, you have to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Finally, the Undertaker, Color Blast. I love this card. I'm so happy I jumped on it when I did. These Color Blasts are getting expensive, especially for WWE lately. So I love the product. The only reason it's not graded is because I'm still looking for an opportunity to get that signed in purple paint pen.
Oh gosh, that's gonna look so cool.
Yeah. So,
Ricky, you ran through that list pretty smooth. Now, I have a question before you move to your top 5.
Well, yeah, because I need time to work these.
Well, good.
I thought we were
Good.
like just picking them and talking about it on the air, but
yeah, whatever you want to do. So, I love this collection, and some of these cards I had forgotten that you had. Now, the question I have for you, and I think you nailed some of them, is half of your list new for this year?
yes. Yeah, I'd
Hutchinson,
say
the Griffey.
the Griffey, the Hutch, the triple patch. The triple patch may have made it in the past year. I can't say for sure.
The Shaq.
The Shaq. The Undertaker may have made it last year. I can't recall if I've owned it that long, but yeah, there's definitely some new in here. There's definitely, and a lot of the products here are influenced by this year in some form. Whether I got them finally graded, they just really stood out to me amongst all else. Like the flea flicker mosaic is really just kind of like king of the mountain, right? Like they just shine brightest to me amongst my cards. So they all have kind of a little bit of a different basis that they got into this top 10, but yeah, I definitely had a great experience this year, man. It was an awesome year with that national and all the card shows we've done, and frankly, this show. So I definitely had to include some cards that threw it out. And I'll be honest, I think a lot of my top 5 are going to be really influenced by that.
I love it. I love that a lot. And I think that's part of the fun reason to do this annually, so you could see and reflect back what you picked up and what you were influenced by in the past year.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, with that, we're going to get to my top 5. Number 5, it's the Jeff Malone.
Yes.
Reggie Miller. They're just my favorite. You know, I remember, it takes me back to being a kid every time I see it. I remember that card. I remember reading about the fact that they were the free throw leaders. I thought that was an additional reason to be a fan of both. It's probably where I started to become a Reggie Miller fan, followed by reading his book where he followed a full season. It was kind of his diary. And that season, the only team they didn't beat were the Jazz. We swept them. So that was fun. But yeah, no, it's just such a meaningful card to me. I know it's not a super expensive card. I know these Jeff Malone's not high in demand, but it's just, where are you going to find this card ever again? It's the coolest card of all time. And the fact that one of my best friends gave it to me, what more can you ask for?
I thought it was a pretty expensive card when I bought it.
It was. It
I'm
wasn't cheap.
I'm just messing with you.
All right. Next, 4, 1992 Upper Deck Shaquille O'Neal trade card. Authentic auto number 10. This auto just pops again. Shaq's my boy. He's one of my favorites. Takes me back to being a kid. That's when I most enjoyed playing the NBA. I play a lot of sports video games. I won't play the basketball ones as much just because I don't connect with the NBA lately. Except like a year or two ago, they came out with one where you can play through any era, like the 80s, 90s,
Oh, that's cool.
2000s. And so I just go back to the 80s, 90s, and like I play it nonstop now. It's amazing.
Do you play as Shaq?
Oh yeah, the Jazz have drafted Shaq. I made sure we traded everyone for like every draft pick so we can get him.
Oh, it's old Danny
I tried
Ricky.
I traded the Magic for their first pick, but then they didn't follow to form and they didn't get the first overall. Some other team like the Hornets did. So I had to trade Karl Malone away, I think, to get the number 1 so I could get Shaq.
How about that? You're old Danny Ainge over there.
Dude, I would run Danny Ainge into the ground. Danny Ainge wishes he was me.
You're Will and Dylan.
I am. All right. Number 3, Panini Prism, Color Blast, Undertaker.
Oh, it's such a good looking card,
Just
man.
one of my favorite cards. It was in competition with one of his autos. I think that this card it's rare, it's in demand, it's beautiful. It can still be autographed with a paint pen. It's a card I will always keep in my collection. I just love it. So that was an easy choice.
Yeah, very nice. I love it.
Next, number 2, 2022 Contenders Optic, Aiden Hutchinson, autographed teal, parallel. Again, it just meant so much to me that my wife knew me enough to say, "Hey, come over here. I know exactly." Okay. And she ended up picking up some birthday gifts for me at that show without me knowing, knocked him out of the park. A Jared Goff stained glass window, which was in debate for this top 10. It didn't make the cut, but it was in debate. So I love the card itself. I love Aiden Hutchinson. I love Sachs. I love the Lions. I love love.
You do love Sachs.
Number 1, the King Griffey Jr. Lone Star Signature.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would be number 1. Yes.
This one it felt like my first big boy buy at a card show.
Yeah, it was, man.
It was after I had sold some cards, so I was feeling frisky. Found just the right one, was thinking about it, decided our boy Dan had picked up a Griffey, I think, the night before, and was showing it off. And I said, maybe I'm going to go get one. Maybe now's the time to act a little reckless. And got it for actually a really good deal, and just love it. Like I say, I'm considering collecting this set, which I really want to bring back that topic in the new year, and maybe have some listeners weigh in on their experience in collecting autograph sets, because this may be something I come back to in the new year.
I like that a lot. I think that's a great idea, and you should definitely follow up with that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chad.
Ricky, that's an excellent list, man. And
Thanks,
I love it. I love the fact that you got some new ones, and I love that your number 1 is a new one. Like, that's always fun when that's the case. So, hell yeah, man.
Thank you.
All right. I'm tired. How about I just go to bed? No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's rally through this. And I like the format of which you went. And if that sounds good to you, I'll kind of do the same thing.
Definitely.
All right. So I've got 10 cards that I laid out, and Ricky, truth be told, I didn't put these together. I had thought about them until earlier today, and then I remembered what a daunting task it was to try and find 10 and come up with a reason why, right? That's the hard part, because like you, it's not just value for me to be the source. So I'll just go ahead and start right up here in the top left. Can you see this on your screen?
Yep. Oh, clear.
Like you, I have a 92 Shaquille O'Neal. This one's the Topps Gold. It's a PSA 10. Now, this one you may remember, I purchased this card raw this year up at the Columbia Card Shop when I was in Vancouver for a real job interview. Looked at it, said, God, this card looks pretty good. Sent it over to your guy B is for PSA and came back at 10. And this card value-wise really jumped up. Topps wasn't necessarily my jam when I was collecting 92. I was more of an upper deck guy. But still, the fact that this is one of his more valuable rookie cards really stood out for me, and I love Shaq for all the same reasons you do.
Definitely. Stay tuned in the new year. I may have a announcement about that card. Not that exact card, but the Topps Gold.
Oh.
Just,
I like it.
We'll have to wait till the new year.
Next making the list is one that I have had for some time. It's the 1931 Walt Disney Mickey Mouse, thought to be both of their rookie cards. This one's a PSA 6. There are a lot of these that are available. Ricky, just like you, I bought this at my first National. And of course, with me and my Disney fandom, this one stands out to me quite a bit. And is one that has made my top 10, I think, back-to-back years.
Dude, these first two cards are so damn cool. Like, the Topps Gold is just iconic. We all remember chasing those in the packs. They were hard. The first parallel, hard to hit, short print, whatever you want to call it. It makes me 12 years old again seeing that card. And this Walt Disney just feels like a must-have for a true card collector that's also a fan of Disney. I would love to own a card like that. I think it's so cool. And you must always keep one in your collection. I know you've had a few, and you can improve it, but you got to always keep one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's interesting that you say that, because the thought process for me that went into this, I mentioned that it's not just value, but I also think about what my last year of desires of sports cards have been. And the transition really away from any type of modern day basketball back into more nostalgia, and you'll see some rarity and almost like an insert, just like we see with our next one here, really playing a role. So this one's the 97 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection, Row Zero, John Elway. And this one's a PSA 8. Ricky, I think you have a Barry Sanders that's Legacy Collection, if I'm not mistaken. And that really influenced my decision. This might have been a last year purchase to go back and buy this, but I still really like this card. 97, of course, the first Super Bowl for the Broncos, and it was really a fun time for me and my family watching the Broncos. Of course, we went to a playoff game that year, and as Boston Steve would say, for my family's favorite team, I was able to see their favorite team win the Super Bowl that year, so that was fun.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Next on the list is a little more modern. This one's the 2013 first year select Peyton Manning Gold Prism. This one's a PSA 9. I love the gold of how much it pops in select of this year of football.
Yeah.
Now, there's only one that's a PSA 10 that exists. There's 3 of these 9s. This one I remember purchasing. I think you, Tim, and I were on a show. I think I was up in Boise when I was doing my medical director work. And I think we were on a show when I purchased this several years back. But this card I still love, with the Broncos orange and the pop of the gold. This one was a no-brainer for me making it to my top 10. Not so much a no-brainer is my next card, though, Ricky. And this one's the 2018 Donovan Mitchell rookie, Kaboom. I struggle with this. With my disdain for the Utah Jazz and my lack of interest in watching modern-day basketball, I don't know how much longer this card will be in my collection, truth be told. But
it won't transition to nostalgia for you?
Right now, no.
Fair enough.
It has not.
Too soon.
And I don't know. So I want to be very mindful about that, of being reactionary because of disdain, but also it doesn't move my needle the same way my needle was moved in the past.
That's a bummer. It's an awesome card, but if you sell it, you'll get a lot of money for it for another card that you may like more. So
sometimes that's what we do as collectors, but we'll see. Another Peyton Manning next on the list. This one's no surprise, so I won't spend too much time. A 2012 Prism Silver PSA 10. This one, very happy with. My dog, who is currently asleep, just made a very loud groan in her sleep as I stated that. So either she's very excited or she hates this card thoroughly. But that one still makes the list. Another returning customer is the 96 Upper Deck Kobe Bryant rookie card that is hand-signed. Auto 8. There's only a handful of these in existence. And, of course, with me getting him to sign this during his rookie year and the story behind that one's pretty easy to make the list as well.
That's the one where Q Authentic got a hold of that one.
Indeed. Third time's the charm, though. I wonder if old B is for Beckett's like going to come down with a hammer on that and be like, none of them are authentic unless I say so.
Would anyone listen to him?
Everyone listens to B is for
PSA.
My next 2 cards. So these two picked up at the National. Ricky, the first one, a 2024 Topps Dynasty Kershaw game used
Game used.
patch auto.
Are we sure I
And,
wasn't talking about this card when we said game used?
You know, I would say that, you know, there's probably a pretty good chance that we weren't, if it weren't for the damn video showing you holding the Peyton Manning non-game used patch auto card and saying this is game used.
Videos
You know,
can be
otherwise I'd be
edited.
with
Have you
you.
heard of AI? Game used.
Kershaw makes the
All right.
list. The other one is the flawless black box 1 of 1 Super Bowl champions Peyton Manning, and this one Deputy Dog led me to at the National, told me right where it was. He had identified it. I didn't know it existed and went back and bought it.
So cool.
Ricky, I think I just have one card left, and that was my big purchase of the year. This one, the 2013 Topps 5-star Peyton Manning rare patch. This one is game used. It's a 101
Game used.
captain's patch of old Mr. Peyton Manning. They're the Broncos. So that's the 10. Let's zoom back out here. Ricky, I'm going to tell you something. I did not write down my top 5 before this show started, and we're going to do it right now.
Okay, I'm glad to know I wasn't in the same boat. We're in the same boat.
I thought this would be so much easier, but now, like with these cards here in front of me, like
Yeah.
if Foot were to throw it in to say like you have
the
to pick
turn-
5 and the other 5 aren't a part of your collection, that becomes a little tricky.
How the turntables have turntabled.
Exactly. All right, let me think about this so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got it. You ready for number 5?
Yep.
This one I think might surprise you. My number 5 pick. People have called me Baseball Chad for quite some time. It's going to be this Clayton Kershaw that I picked up this year out of Topps Dynasty.
By God.
I made
Do you
my whole
realize-
Dodgers rant a month ago. I'm not going to rant about it again. I love the fact that this card is game used, that it came from a World Series, that the card came from a World Series year for Kersh, and with him recently retired and being a Dodgers staple during my fandom, I think that one will be number 5.
Excellent. Can we put some dead air between you saying, hey, this is going to be a really challenging decision live on the air? It's going to take me a while. Okay, I got it. Or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
You know what you have instilled in me?
What? No dead
This
air.
is yeah, and I am not kidding. And it is my worst nightmare. You have instilled in me no dead air,
I know.
and now
It's
you will
I
live with these consequences of
I
your
created
actions.
the monster. No, but I'm teasing you, but I had the exact same experience where if it's more of a 1, 2, 3 jump and you're forced to just do it, it does jump out at you, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And
So.
sometimes that's how you got to make a decision.
For sure. Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. So, number 4, let's go with this guy. As much as I didn't love watching him, we're going to go to Kobe. The 96 Kobe is still such a big deal to me. I think in part because of the nostalgia of childhood of chasing down autographs and having this one like be the one as a kid where you hope that you're going to hit that player that's just going to pop and then you do get it to pop. Value does probably play a pretty big role in this one, to be honest with you, because if the value wasn't as high as it was, it probably wouldn't be on the list.
Yeah.
So that's number 4.
So cool.
Okay, let's go to number 3. This one, I don't think will be a surprise at all. And you said it best earlier. I will never be without this card. And that's the Disney Mickey Mouse
It's amazing.
rookie card. Yeah, it's that one for all the reasons is going to stay there. And you know, I never did make the video on this, but I know I've referenced it before on the show. But I created, Ricky, you've seen this every time you come over here, the poster board in the hallway going down to the studio. And it's like a jersey shadow box that you could put a full jersey in. And what I did is I got a poster of Walt and taped it to the outside of it. And then with the latch, you open up the latch, and I put one of those card display cases, the 9 holder with foam. I forget what they were called. The ones that don't hold with 3M strip to the wall.
Right.
And popped in, 9 of my favorite Disney Mickey Mouse cards and put it inside of there. And then I tacked up some of my favorite autographs inside of there too. So it's like a little hidden Disney memorabilia center.
Yeah.
And this card's at the center of it. So that one's definitely there. That's number 3. Number 2 is the Select Peyton Gold. This card just really pops in person. I don't think this photo does the color scheme justice, but that Peyton Manning I absolutely love. I wish it was Prism. I wish I would have dedicated my money to the Prism Gold at that time as opposed to the Select, but the Select still looks so darn good, and I'm still really happy with that one.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful card.
And last but not least is my purchase this year. I'm right there with you, man. Like the purchase this year that did it for me, which I think is exciting, is really had me leaning into a full football fandom of sports card collecting, is the 5-star rare patch, the captain's patch. I never did nail it down to one game, but that was sure a fun process of going through and trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And so this one stands out as number 1 in the collection. So a couple Peyton Mannings in there. We still got the Mickey Mouse, and we got baseball introducing itself back into my top 5, Ricky.
Baseball Chad. He's back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what people are saying.
National Chad is gone.
Yeah, I think he died with that Jack and Coke pre-mix concoction. Yeah, he died away there. So it's a fun project. It is a tough project. And I really hope the timing of this from our end was intentional. Maybe some of you will have time off for the holidays. And if you do, go snap a photo. Snap a photo of 5 or 10, whatever you've got, but hashtag it PTTF Top 5 on Instagram. Every one of those, tag us on them, please, and I will repost each and every one of them. I love looking at cards and seeing what matters to you, and would absolutely love to see what each and every one of you top 5 cards in your collection are.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a challenge, but it is fun. It's the closest I can explain to what I'd call playing with your cards.
And it's a free version as opposed to going on eBay and buying more things.
Exactly. When we all need to be saving, not spending on ourselves.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, it's been another fun show for Chad. I'm Ricky, the top 5, PSA 9, wishing all of you a one of one night.
I think we just podcasted long enough. There's a fair chance I developed a DVT in one of my legs just from not moving, like a blood clot.
Yes.
I mean, that's like, what did we just do? Like 7 straight hours or something like that?
Yeah.
2 hours, 7 hours. It's all the same.
It's been a minute. It was a blur though. Time flies when you're having fun. Speaking of not fun, Dan,